Good morning, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Evans, and I am the Interim Provost and Vice President Academic at Mount Royal University, and I will be your MC for this most important announcement this morning. I acknowledge the land we gather on today as Treaty 7 territory. I honor and respect the land, the people, and the cultures of the Siksika, Piikani, Kainai, nations of the Niitsitapi Blackfoot Confederacy, the Dene of Tina, and the Bearspaw and Wellesley nations of the Îyârhe Nakoda. I also acknowledge this land is home to Métis Region 3. Welcome to Mount Royal University and the Bissett School of Business, located in Mohkinstsis, which is the Blackfoot name for the city of Calgary. I'd like to welcome members of the provincial government, Calgary Economic Development, Future Skills Centre, our many colleagues from neighboring post-secondary institutions, students, special guests, and the media to Mount Royal University campus. It is our absolute pleasure to host all of you as we come together to acknowledge an initiative that will directly benefit students and employers. I would now like to invite Minister Nicolaides to the podium to make an important announcement about a new project that will support more work placement opportunities for students in the Calgary region. Minister Nicolaides.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Evans, and good morning, everyone. It's a real honor and privilege to be here at the incredible Mount Royal campus yet again on such a beautiful day, and of course with Stampede right around the corner. I've seen a few cowboy boots and cowboy hats already, so looking forward to be able to participate in that. I also want to acknowledge and thank Pedro Barada, Executive Director of Future Skills Centre of Canada, Brad Perry from Calgary Economic Development, and Dr. Elizabeth Evans, of course, Provost of Mount Royal University, for today's exciting announcement. As well, as I mentioned, it's a pleasure and honor to always be back on campus here at Mount Royal. And as you can probably see behind me, we're standing right now in front of the CN Supply Chain Analytics Lab, which is a really cool place. It's a very unique space that allows students to analyze, live, and interact with historical supply chain data. And they can see, in fact, in the lab, in real time, all of the factors that impact supply chain, which of course is very critical and important skills to help them in their future careers. You know, dedicated spaces like this help provide for a huge advantage for learners. And that's what we're here to discuss today. And as well, I in a quick conversation with President Raleigh, I know he's around here somewhere. There he is. He was talking quite extensively about the incredible success of Mount Royal University in strengthening work-integrated learning opportunities for students here. And I believe that aspect of strengthening work-integrated learning is a really important endeavor for all of us in the post-secondary system. It undoubtedly sets students up for success whenever they have the opportunity to participate in more work-integrated learning opportunities. Of course, creates, and as well, of course, creates benefits for employers. And is particularly important in the context in which we're operating today. You know, 2022 is really proving to be a year of incredible growth and promise and economic growth and prosperity for industry, for the economy, for our communities, but most importantly of all, for our students and for the next generation, because I think we can all agree it's absolutely essential and critical that we create the best possible opportunities for them right here at home so that we can retain the young generation right here in our province. In fact, a small factoid for everyone, our economy is expected to return to levels that we haven't seen since 2014. And we are indeed leading the country when it comes to level of employment. And while indeed it is exciting to see this bounce back, to see this rapid growth of economic growth, that doesn't come without its own challenges. And one of those challenges has to do with workforce shortages. If anyone has any travel plans this summer and paying any attention to what's happening in the airline industry, you can certainly see one of the examples of an industry that's struggling with shortages. But of course, as I've traveled the province and spoken with individuals, whether it's in veterinary medicine, healthcare, engineering, aviation, the thing that I continue to hear about has to do with shortages. And that is why our government has been making strategic investments to help support our growing economy for, of course, now and for the future. As an example, I was honored to be able to invest over $171 million over 3 years to help create 10,000 new post-secondary seats in high-demand occupations, which represents the largest targeted seat expansion in Alberta history. And a few weeks ago, I also had the opportunity to announce the New Beginnings Bursary, which will support low-income students and help reduce barriers for them to achieve their educational goals. In addition to their academics, as I've mentioned, it's also crucial that students are able to learn practical skills through work-integrated learning opportunities. They allow students to work outside their comfort zone by applying their academic theory to the real world. Not only that, but they are able to gain leadership, teamwork, communication, conflict management, and other soft skills that are essential in the workplace. Greater work-integrated learning opportunities means that more Albertans will have the needed workplace skills and knowledge to launch into their careers right after graduation. And that is why today I am incredibly excited to announce that the Government of Alberta will be investing $2.5 million to the Calgary Economic Development's new regional work-integrated learning pilot program. As you may know, it is my hope, which is embedded in the Alberta 2030 10-year strategic plan for post-secondary education, that Alberta become the first province in Canada to offer every single post-secondary student a work-integrated learning opportunity. This pilot brings us a step closer to realizing that goal and will be a tremendous benefit to students and businesses right here in Calgary. Now, of course, we believe that work-integrated learning is important, and that's why, as I've mentioned, we've made it a flagship initiative in the Alberta 2030 10-year strategic plan. Work-integrated learning provides students the chance to apply what they've learned in the classroom to a real-world experience, providing students with more opportunities to learn hands-on from experts in their field and gain practical experiences helps them launch their careers. This pilot also gives businesses a chance to partner with Calgary's incredible post-secondary institutions and to help mentor local emerging talent. By aligning work placements with key industry partners, this pilot program supports Calgary's economic recovery, stimulates job creation, and provides employers more opportunities to grow talent. And last but not least, Calgary Economic Development's pilot program will provide a solution to the work placement landscape in Alberta. Right now, there are numerous work placement initiatives that exist within industry. They have many similar objectives, but some end up having more placements than others, or vice versa. This is a result of work placements being developed without an understanding of what opportunities already exist. Through this pilot, Calgary Economic Development will build a technology platform that provides a single location for work-integrated learning opportunities, and they are committed to ensuring that they do not duplicate existing opportunities. This will enable students, employers, and post-secondary institutions to better match up supply and demand for work placements. Ultimately, this will again help achieve our goal of having a work-integrated learning placement available for every student. In closing, I encourage everyone to learn more about the benefits of work-integrated learning, the vision contained within Alberta 2030 at alberta.ca. And I especially encourage businesses to connect with Calgary Economic Development as they develop the online portal and get ready to offer placements for students. And again, my sincere gratitude and appreciation and thanks to the faculty and staff here at Mount Royal University for hosting us. Thank you again.
Thank you, Minister. I would now like to invite Pedro Barata, Executive Director of the Future Skills Center, to share a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Evans. Hi, everybody. And thank you, Minister. It's a great pleasure to be here today. I woke up this morning with my team. We arrived in town last night, and the first thing we did is, of course, head down to the first flip, the pancake breakfast. And thank you, CED, for the invitation. It was amazing to see the energy. It was amazing to see the numbers. It was packed. But frankly, just the happiness, the smiles, people really taking great pleasure in being together again, having pancakes, line dancing, doing all of that kind of stuff. But thank you for the opportunity to bring us here into town and to experience the great things that are happening in Calgary. So thank you, Minister. Thank you, Mount Royal University and Dr. Evans for hosting us. Of course, also CED for your continued leadership. And it's great to be here. At Future Skills Center, we launched 3.5 years ago. We have been hard at work to figure out how changes are happening in the economy, to anticipate those changes, to understand what that means in terms of regional and local labor markets, and how is it that we can develop solutions. Solutions that can meet this supply-demand gap that, Minister, you were talking about, and that can provide some solutions for building pipelines for talent for employers that are meaningful and relevant and have long-term success. Also, with all the changes that are happening, that frankly leave people, workers, sometimes confused, sometimes not knowing what is my next move, how do I go from point A to point B. Also coming up with solutions to help people navigate, to understand how they fit into the new economy, and to have access to skills development that makes sense for them. Not one size fits all, not cookie cutter, but different kinds of approaches. And of course, solutions that can get us to shared prosperity, and that can get us to a place where we're all in this together and where everybody succeeds. So 3.5 years in, we've supported about 200 pilots across the country. We're learning from all of them. We're starting to scale, and we continue to look for real breakthrough solutions that can solve both issues today, but most importantly, can provide a line of sight to how it is that we build long-term shared prosperity. And so we are really proud and happy to be here today with you, with our partners, to announce an investment of $2.9 million in the CED Work Integrated Learning Regional Pilot. We believe that there's a lot of innovation that will be tested, a lot that we will learn. Of course, we will take what's already happening here in terms of commitments to work-integrated learning to the next level. There is already an ecosystem with post-secondary institutions working with employers to find those solutions to get us to that goal where every student has a will opportunity, and building on that by creating digital platforms that can actually provide more flexibility, more customization, frankly, to make it easier to find those matches between employers that can sign on, that can provide opportunities, that can see solutions that are meaningful for them, provide a platform on that end, and also, of course, for students who are looking for those opportunities to marry what they're learning in the classroom, or increasingly on digital platforms these days, to marry that classroom learning with real-life experience and bring it all together in terms of their career development. And we also have an opportunity, and this is really exciting for us. We're really looking forward to testing how it is that we expand the opportunity to more non-traditional learners, mature learners, youth, also new employers that perhaps are not part of the pipeline now, and how is it that we can continue to expand that so that more and more people actually take advantage of this supply-demand matching. We're very happy, of course, that Calgary Economic Development is going to be working with our great partners at Magnet and Orbis to develop that digital infrastructure, and also that they have a real commitment to learning, to insights, to evaluation. Because what you're doing here is a breakthrough. It is unique. It is bold and courageous. It's definitely thinking outside the box which I think is was the Vision 2030 in terms of the skills that need to be there for the future. Think outside the box. This is definitely a thinking outside the box initiative, and we need to learn from it, because the rest of the country, other regions, where there are a lot of will investments, we need to squeeze every single value out of those dollars, and what you're doing is going to show us the blueprint to do that. So we're very excited. Calgary Economic Development, already a trusted partner of Future Skills Centre. We are working on a project that you all probably know called Edge Up, which is a really fabulous solution that we trumpet across the country in terms of moving mid-career, very highly trained, intelligent professionals into high-tech careers, and doing that faster, doing that almost in a micro-credential kind of way, and in a way that brings post-secondary institutions together to provide the best curriculum, to provide really good results. In fact, just late last year, we invested in scaling up that model that's going to help an additional 320 professionals to boost, continue to boost the Calgary region's tech sector. So in closing, congratulations on taking the step. We are partners along the way. We want to learn from you. We want to be able to actually analyze the results and to share those with the rest of the country, help you tell your story, and help everybody in Canada, employers, workers, move forward together on a path to shared prosperity. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Pedro. I would now like to invite Brad Perry, President and Chief Executive Officer of Calgary Economic Development, to speak about this exciting program. Brad?
Thank you, Dr. Evans. Wow, what a better way to kick off Stampede than this, right? Oh my God, this is what we want to talk about. Listen, I'm honored to be here with the Minister and with Pedro for this exciting announcement today. On behalf of Calgary Economic Development, we want to thank you for your confidence in us and your investment in this program. It's been a long journey. We've been working at this for some time, and I got to call out Dexter Lamb, who's on our team, who's been driving a lot of this programming, but it's absolutely necessary for what we want to achieve as a city. I think this program is really going to help Calgary become a hub for those in-demand, skilled talent and home to bright minds, which is really part of our economic strategy. If you look at the vision that we have for this city, it's about the place where bright minds and big ideas come together to solve global challenges. And that's what this program really entices and showcases for us. It's really going to help Calgary grow its future-ready talent pool, equipped with real-world experience, which we know is so important to give our students a flavor, a taste of what a career could be, and allows them to stream more efficiently into those skills and those opportunities that they want to grow their careers. Also, what it's going to showcase is the boundless opportunities that we have here in Calgary. The Minister touched on that. We have to give our youth reasons to believe and not excuses to leave. And I think this is one of those cases where they will see the amazing work that's being done across all of our sectors, and not just technology, but all of our industries to support the economy and grow our business. Working together with all 7 post-secondaries is going to create this one-stop online portal. And I have to say, we're going to win by collaborating, not competing. And this, to me, it's an example of this partnership is a true example of collaboration. Having all 7 post-secondaries around the table, working in unison to make the better opportunities for our students and for the future of our province. So thank you to all of our partners for making this happen. If we look at the research, it indicates that post-secondary students with work-integrated learning opportunities, they get jobs sooner. They have a higher likelihood of attaining employment related to their interests and their fields. And that's crucial. I mean, it's not unlike a SaaS model, right? Everybody talks about acquisition, but nobody talks about retention. And to me, this is a prime example of how do we help these students retain and stay in those careers and become experts in their fields, and become globally competitive. Having early opportunities to connect with local employers and industry experts is invaluable. It's going to prepare these youths with the transferable soft skills and enabling those competencies that allow us to continue to drive our dynamic economy in the province. We believe this is a win-win for employers as well as those who can make connections with top talent early on in their careers. Imagine businesses who haven't had this exposure before, getting fresh ideas, fresh minds, coming out of programs that are looking at cutting-edge opportunities to help change and frame their business models going forward. As you can tell, I'm excited about this. You know, as part of this project, we have to say thank you so much to the Calgary Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Calgary Chamber of Volunteer Organizations, for the small and medium-sized businesses, as well as the nonprofits, who are going to have the ability now, who traditionally may not have had the chance to tap into these programs. They will now get a chance to tap into this bright minds and these ideas that will help their organizations grow and thrive in our community. And last but not least, I really have to note that what the minister said in his remarks, that the pilot program is going to help achieve those goals for all of our students to benefit from these opportunities. But more importantly, it's the acceleration of the connection between talent and business. You know, as you may have heard last week, Calgary is ranked the most livable place in all of the Northern Hemisphere, number 3 in the globe. You know, it's an example of us working together to solve those challenges, and these things just keep making us a beacon for people to want to move, relocate, or expand their businesses here, and we believe that this investment is going to help us do that. I can't stop today without thanking Mount Royal University for hosting us, but also being one of the drivers of this program. The University of Calgary, SAIT, Bow Valley College, the Alberta University of the Arts, St. Mary's University, and of course Ambrose University are working together as part of this innovative learning ecosystem that's again going to position us for long-term economic success. I very much look forward, and the team looks forward to working with every one of you to ensure the continued success of this program and the long-term viability of our economic benefits. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brad. On behalf of Mount Royal University and the 7 post-secondary institutions that comprise the Calgary Work Integrated Learning Consortium, I would like to thank the Government of Alberta, Future Skills Centre, and Calgary Economic Development for investing in a program that will connect our students with opportunities to gain valuable experience, applying the education and knowledge they have attained on their campuses. And maybe I'll just reiterate what Brad just said, but the 7 post-secondary institutions who have come together to do this are the Alberta University of the Arts, Ambrose University, Bow Valley College, SAIT, St. Mary's University, University of Calgary, and Mount Royal University. It's a wonderful expression of how we can work together in this community. We know that all students thrive when they participate in work-integrated learning experiences. The problems they help solve and the people they interact with during employment strengthens their abilities and preparedness, not only for future careers, but also more broadly in their contributions to society. They take on new responsibilities and gain leadership experience while being encouraged to ask questions and be curious. Employers have shared that working with students adds a fresh perspective to their teams, while students point to the positive impact of being able to network and work alongside experts in their field. This funding from the province, coupled with collaboration between Calgary Economic Development, our 7 post-secondary institutions throughout Calgary, and our technology partners, will allow for more employers to leverage the talents of students that are eager to apply what they have learned in a work environment. The Regional Work Integrated Pilot Project is a positive step forwards to a more accessible and efficient process to accommodate even more learning opportunities. I look forward to all of the ways this will support the good work of employers who are already helping students with their goal of getting out in the community in preparation for the future. We look forward to working alongside our fellow post-secondaries and remain thankful for everyone's effort toward a common goal. Thank you. It wouldn't be an event without hearing from a student, which is what this is all focused on. And so our last speaker of the formal program this morning is someone who has benefited from work-integrated learning thanks to her program here at Mount Royal, a student in the Bachelor of Business Administration Supply Chain Management program. She is also the co-president of the Supply Chain Student Society. I would like to invite Navneet Navi, to the podium to share a few words about her experience as a student in a work-integrated learning program. Navi?
Thank you, Dr. Evans. I would like to thank the Government of Alberta, the Future Skill Centre, and Calgary Economic Development for this work-integrated learning pivot program. Investing in students' futures is the best way to ensure our success in the workplace and in life. I can confidently say this as I am living it as a fifth-year BSIT School of Business student here at Mount Royal University, double majoring in financial analysis and supply chain management. I'm currently on a 16-month co-op supply chain management internship with my second oil and gas company here in Calgary. My role involves much of what I learned in my courses, such as contract management, bid negotiation, and logistics. This work-integrated learning has prepared me for my career by showing me what I've learned in the classroom and how it applies into the real world. For example, in my current role, it is critical to have deep knowledge of different transportation modes and how intermodal transportation can help save the company money. I've learned this at Mount Royal, and I apply this in my work every day. I'm also learning how my education can be applied in different fields in the industry. I did a rotation every 3 months to see which department aligned with my interests the most. I now know that I want to start my career in sourcing because every day is something new and there's a lot of moving parts, which is something I enjoy. For some students, the jump from post-secondary to the start of their career can be very scary and daunting. Work-integrated learning helps bridge the gap and brings both experiences together, allowing for growth both personally and professionally. It also gives us the visibility and kickstarts our networking before we graduate and enter the workforce on a permanent basis. What I've gained in my work-integrated learning opportunity will also benefit me in my last 2 final semesters of this degree and the knowledge that I bring back to Mount Royal University. For example, at work I learned how to conduct post-award contract management processes after a bid has been awarded, and I can apply this into my final capstone courses in project management as I complete my degree. Work-integrated learning goes both ways, bringing industry into the classroom, which also benefits all the students. As co-president of the Mount Royal Supply Chain Society, I know the amazing projects that have been carried out by the students in the CN Analytics Supply Chain Lab and how they're benefiting organizations' bottom line by creating value for the students. It is one more example of how Mount Royal puts their students in the center of the learning experience. It connects connecting academic and practical knowledge through work-integrated learning inside and outside the classroom, creating paths for a successful future for all students. It has been an invaluable part of my time at Mount Royal University. The university has done a great job in supporting and readying me and my fellow students to build a career and benefiting ourselves, the province, and society as a whole. I know that this pivot project will support me and even more students in laying the foundation for workplace success. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Navi, and congratulations on your achievements here at Mount Royal and all the best in your co-op placement that you're undertaking now. The investment announced here today opens doors for many opportunities for students and fosters collaboration between employers, both large and small, with the exceptional post-secondary institutions in this region. The Calgary Work-Integrated Learning Consortium, in collaboration with the Ministry of Advanced Education, Calgary Economic Development, and Future Skills Centre, look forward to a very successful partnership. Thank you again to all of today's speakers and guests. This concludes the formal portion of today's announcement. And thank you all for joining us, and have a wonderful stampede. It looks like it's off and running now. I would now call on the Minister's Press Secretary to coordinate the media scrum. Thank you.
I would invite any media in the room here, if you want to ask a question, just to make your way to the mic at the back of the room. Go for it.
I'm not sure who's best to answer this question. This is Helen Pike with CBC. I would just wonder, this investment what are we looking at for positions for students, or is it mostly to create this kind of technical aspect? What are we getting with this investment, basically?
You can go up to, up to the podium there.
I'm hooked into the microphone.
I think it's a great question. What it's meant to do is really we're building the platform out, but it's a marketplace, for lack of a better word. So it's going to allow us to connect small and medium-sized enterprises with students and faculties to showcase the opportunities that are there and allow students to get the hands-on learning that they need.
So then it's funding technology to connect students to positions, but not necessarily funding positions themselves.
That's correct. So what part of funding is going to go to is developing the back-end platform in the marketplace, but it's also a lot of education. A lot of small and medium-sized enterprises don't know about work-integrated learning. They don't know the benefits. They don't know how to access the students. And so a large portion of the investment is going to go towards education and working with our community to make them understand and let them see the value in working with students this early in their careers. Yeah, you got one more? All right, let's go.
I'll just do one more
Oh, what the hell?
follow-up.
What the hell here?
We don't have all day, I guess, but seeing as I'm in the room. So then for this pilot, what are the timelines associated with getting this up and running, or is it already up and running?
No, great question. So we're in the process right now. We've just sort of launched the development phase. So our technical partners that Pedro mentioned before are working with the post-secondaries. They're working with the industry to start to build out the beta part of it. Our hope is to have a working model by the end of this year and then refine it. And then by the end of Q1, we should have something we can start to release and really test in the real world environment. I hope that's right, Dexter, because I know you're going to kick my ass after if I got it wrong. But
Thank you, Helen. And I don't see any questions on the phone, so that will conclude this announcement. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.